Hey everybody, what's up? Pixel68 here, and welcome back to our Let's Play of Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus. In the last episode, we made our way to the second half of this area, got us some more treasure keys, and in this episode, that was kind of a bad explanation of the last episode. I did not mean to step on this, by the way, but yeah, we just got more treasure keys. There's not much else I can say about it. In this episode, we're going to be getting the last two treasure keys we need to take on RaLEIGH'D. Let's get going then. There's an extra life over here. And grab that before we move across all these chimneys. Chimney cricket. And take this guy out. The gunboat graveyard. Let us see what is in there, shall we? Yeah, RaLEIGH'D's a bad dude, threatening to flog his workers for an entire, well, 2 weeks. Not about to say fortnight, I'm not European. Anyways, it appears that we have 20 bottles to deal with for this episode, so let us get going. Definitely a downgrade after the, ooh, okay. Wouldn't say a downgrade, but it's a lot less than the, 30 that we've been dealing with lately. Let's go ahead and get these 2 bottles that we had to skip over, though. Yeah, whatever these things are going to this pipe, there's a weird, like, squid eyeball things. Never really figured out what in the world they are supposed to be. I just know that they are kind of freaky. Ooh. Go all Splinter Cell on that octopus, though. Is there anything else on this little submarine? Well, besides breaking it, because we are a bad person. Nice, nice. Those were pretty easy enemies to take out, all things considered, and we already got all 20 clue bottles for this level. It's not that long of a level at all, to say the least. Yep, because we're right here at the end.
Press the circle to enter the vault code. This one was cake. Input 719.
Alright, 7, 1, and 9. Definitely a piece of cake to put in, I'll say that much.
Sly, this page features Karen Cooper-Giwa's coin magnet technique. All she had to do was stand near money and it would magically jump into her purse. From now on, you'll automatically collect any coins you come near.
Nice. So yeah, nearby coins are magnetized to us. It's always nice when video games have that. Not as nice when it's a power-up, but you know. Alright, and let us head over here to what is undoubtedly our last level. Treasure in the Depths, and it does not have clue bottles or a Master Chief Thief Sprint. Let's see what it's about, shall we?
You found it, Sly. This is where Raleigh's gang of crabs stashes his sunken treasure. Use your sub to blast them. The left analog stick controls the sub. Give it a try. Great.
Alright.
Use the right analog stick to fire its gun. That's it. Remember.
Yep, we got ourselves a little twin stick shooter going on.
While firing at another. To earn a treasure key, you'll need to collect all 40 chests. Do not let a crab take one into a tube.
Yeah, because apparently there's only 40 chests exactly. All that's simple here is that we need to shoot up the chests and keep the crabs from getting them. So, you know, shoot up the crabs as well. I don't know how taking out all of these chests will allow us to get that key, but who am I to judge how the physics work in this universe? Come on. No! Oh, I don't know how I managed to get that in time. Oh, that dude just, he threw. He just immediately turned around instead.
Congratulations, you did it!
He could have easily gone to his little pipe, but no, he decided to turn around and let me take him out. Alright, that's all 7 of the treasure keys. Let us go ahead and open up this cannon. Head up to Raleigh.
How delightful! We have a guest. The only thing is, I hate unexpected guests!
Listen, Raleigh. Wipe up my family and steal what's mine? You better expect company.
Oh, I'm ever so sorry. How sloppy of me not to finish the job. Obviously, we should have snuffed you out as well. So, without further ado, let me make amends by what? Bloating to gargantuan size and squashing you like the insignificant bug that you are!
Bring it on.
Alright, we have our first boss fight of the game. So, Raleigh's gonna jump on this platform for us, and we just gotta dodge his attacks. And eventually, he'll shrink down to size, which allows us to hit him. Be sure not to be standing on the platforms that are flashing because they go in the water. Now he just continue dodging him, but we don't exactly have anywhere to run now. I think before you could have jumped to other platforms to make it easier, but now we have to fight him on the one. And this time, when he lands on a platform, it'll start flashing. So you kind of got to run from him this time. It's a pretty simple boss fight, all things considered. And for his final phase, he'll stick his tongue out and spin around, and you gotta jump to dodge it.
Blast it all! You've beaten me! Well, gloat all you want, Sly Cooper. You're no match for Mugshot, my villainous cohort in Utah. You will see. Mesa City is so well guarded, a snake couldn't slither in without setting off alarms.
RaLEIGH'D section of the Thievius Raccoonus held detailed instructions on how to perform my ancestor RaLEIGH'D Cooper's Ninja Spire Jump, a technique he developed while sneaking into the thickly fortified castles of feudal Japan. Finding a way off RaLEIGH'D boat got a little tricky with the untimely arrival of Inspector Fox, who, failing to find me, busted RaLEIGH'D and his crew. With the storm machine out of commission, boats found their way back onto the ocean, and the mystery of the Welsh Triangle faded from memory. My gang and I loafed around England for a while, enjoying the pleasant weather, and then headed back home, excited for our next heist.
I took the liberty of pinning your mission map up on the wall. You can use it to warp directly to any levels you've already visited.
Thanks for that, Bentley. So, with RaLEIGH'D defeated, I'd say let's head on to the next area. As he said, mugshot in Utah.
To go to Mesa City.
Let's see what Murray's doing over here. Oh, he's jamming out. Nice. Okay, let's head to Utah.
It had been a while since I'd been back in the U.S. Next up, the notorious mugshot. Ruthless muscle of the Fiendish Five. What he lacked in brains, he definitely made up for in brawn. Turns out he wasn't always that way. He grew up as the run of the litter. A neighborhood weakling. The only friends he could turn to were usually found on the big screen. It was there that he spotted his first gangster, and he knew instantly that that's what he wanted to be. He spent the rest of his youth working real hard to get there, fueled on his dreams of great power and respect. With enough perspiration, he realized that dream. He'd become a hard-boiled, street-brawling, tough-as-nails gangster, ensuring that he'd never be kicked on or pushed around again. So he's holed up in Mesa City, huh? I've always wanted to go to that thriving American boom town.
Sly Cooper in Sunset Snake Eyes. A rocky start to this new area. Alright, we got 40 clue bottles in this area now. And our coins now just have a dollar sign on them. Very American.
I thought you said Mesa City was going to be loud and busy. This looks more like a ghost town.
Something's happened. Where is everyone?
I don't know, but it's starting to give me the creeps. What do you say we take off?
And miss all the fun? Besides, I want to try out that new move I got from RaLEIGH'D section of the Thievius Raccoonus.
You mean the Ninja Spire Jump?
Yeah, do me a favor and read me the instructions again.
To landeth safely upon diminutive points, leapeth lively and presseth the triggering device with the round geometrical object emblazoned upon it.
So, jump and hit the circle button to land on narrow spots.
That's a rough translation.
And yep, we can now land on very small spots, make it easier to get around a bit. Let's get the drop on this guy. Never even saw us coming. And collect all of these bottles. And we got what looks like Spike from Tom and Jerry just munching on a bone. Thankfully, since he's leashed up, you can just step away until he gets snapped back by the leash and take him out pretty easily. Let's head over here before we continue on, though. And since we're in a new area, we do not have the power-up from RaLEIGH'D Fortress to allow us to see stuff. We're starting at square one. That is a unique power-up to each hub world, unfortunately. How did I miss that? There we go. And thankfully they have little hooks right here for us to get back easily. The best darn eggs. And I'll be the judge of that. And when we try to approach this fence, we see a dog jump out at us. Thankfully, that only works once.
What's with those flashing lights?
The latest in high-tech security. Electronic floor sensors. Step on them and you're a goner.
Nice touch.
They're safe to walk on while flashing, but it also means they're about to switch to a different sector.
Alright. Gotta be mindful of those then. That bottle looked a lot further away than it actually was. I thought it wasn't on that thing sticking out, but it was, thankfully. Alright, let's just run on through here, and like Bentley said, we can walk on the lasers when they're flashing, but when they're flashing, that means they're going to move on to the other side. So if we're walking on the other side, we need to get ready to jump. Pretty simple, all things considered, but they are increasing the stakes for us with these fights. Got ourselves Dalmatian Gambit. I'm pretty sure that exists in some Marvel universe. Got more spikes here for us to take out. Okay, I was just checking for anything before I moved it on. Didn't want to miss stuff. Okay, that's just to get over to the actual thing. Thought that rope was going to lead to more bottles, but nope, just the vault. Trying not to get smushed. I don't know why these subway cars have so much security in them, but they do. Must have been in a bad neighborhood, I guess, huh? The actual laser walls there definitely tripped us up a bit moving through. I hope we see the last clue bottle on our way back, because it... yeah, it's not over here. Okay, I just had to be sure there. Let us head on back, though. Try not to fall in the water while going through these. Maybe it's up here with the vault itself. Hopefully. It is not. Alright, gonna cut around until we find the clue bottle then. Ah! I always forget this spot's right here. Okay, probably didn't need to cut that out then, since it's right over. Yeah, that's always a hard one to find if you don't have the power up to see where the clue bottles are. Like, I'm honestly curious as to how you're supposed to just see it normally.
Press the circle to enter the vault code. A little bit of higher mathematics and voila! Dial in 314.
Huh, higher mathematics and the code is pi. I get the joke.
Outstanding! You've uncovered Rob McCooper's patented explosive hat technique. Use the triangle button to toss your cap. Then use the triangle button again to detonate it. Better back off to a safe distance first.
Alright, we have a deployable mine now in place of our hat, really. I mean, Sly's hat still works like a hat, but it can be turned into a mine. So Bentley says to back off to safe distance first, right? So that means this is going to be a massive explosion that kills everyone around it, right? No, it's a little puff of smoke. I don't know why Bentley makes it sound like it's a huge explosion, because it's really not. Like, I can see it taking out any enemy who's directly on top of it, but I don't even know the effective range of this thing. I'm not going to test it because I have a gold horseshoe right now, but yeah, it's just pretty underwhelming as a power-up as far as range goes. There's almost no instance I can think of me actually using it. Anyways, let's grab our first key of this area. And open up this door. Let me actually walk in. For some reason I thought we were close enough to where Sly would automatically go in. And with that, we defeated Sir RaLEIGH'D, and we made our way to Utah to start taking down Mugshot. See you guys in the next episode when we actually do that. Bye, everyone.
After doing the crankshaft level, we decided that it would be impossible to finish this game with levels that are that size. So we decided we were kind of in this mode where, okay, that was a regular big level, and we'll also do these smaller levels that are kind of bonusy. And we wanted to do one that was, you know, like just pretty much all secure, you know, as much security as I could put in. So this is going to be a small security level. It ended up being actually pretty
large. Good, great size.
A good size. For security in the game, we decided to go with a kind of one free hit per system, I guess you could say, where they're kind of in sensor mode. They're yellow. And they don't actually cause damage to you if you trigger it, but it sets off the alarm and changes them to a damage, you know, this kind of red damaging state. And we primarily did that, you know, for inexperienced players to give them an extra, you know, an extra chance to get through instead of just burning and just hurting them every time. And also because we like the idea of you running around while the alarms are blaring, and it's loud, it's a little disorienting. It's something, if it immediately burned you, a lot of people would probably, you know, like die then and wouldn't get that experience of running around while the alarms are blaring. So we thought that was a good thing. So we switched to the kind of one free hit, I guess, per system.
We were under really tight constraints. The challenges of creating this environment, one of our best traits is that we have a great way of communicating. So between the designer, modeler, and texturist, we made sure that whatever we were creating could get done in the time we had available. We really adjusted when we had to. We adjusted things in the model to work for gameplay. And then also before I did my final handoff, I really talked to the texture artist because he had like a limited amount of time and said, hey, this is what I did, and I really tried to model it toward him being able to texture it in a fast period of time and also look great. So it was really great. We really talked about, and we learned a lot about our game designer process through this. After this, Rob started doing almost all the elevation and final, doing any turns, adding any elevation changes, and so it really helped the whole process along the way.
And this is also our last Lola had split collision versus what you see on screen versus what you, like kind of the physics that you're running around on. So this really was
a transition.
Yeah, a transition from how we did levels, and it was. I think it really helped us get in a position where we could finish the game.
Yeah, that's totally true. We could do stuff fast. Yeah.